Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and we're back with a new unboxing video because I received mail again. I had an envelope coming in from Athens, which does mean there is mail from the Sound and Silence label run by George Mastrocosta. The Sound and Silence label is one you've seen on my channel quite a lot because they've sent me like their music to review on my website Nachtfahrt for ages actually. They are based, or used to be based, in like classic ambient music, have expanded their like range of music into like a lot of other stuff, a little bit of like post-rock in there, a little bit of darker ambient stuff in there, and also recently one or two like more danceable tracks to be found on certain albums, not always. And now they have sent me like a new one, which I'm gonna open in a second. Right now I'm at my place, usually as usual, as you can see, looking forward to a like 4-day streak in the concert venue I work at, starting tomorrow. So today is a day off. I had expected to like have a look at a new venue, or like not a new, but a venue I haven't seen somewhere in Lower Saxonia with a friend, but that like didn't came to happen. So well, we had like an idea to probably get into like doing some techno parties somewhere, and like have a look at this specific location. But anyway, this didn't happen, so I took a day off today from like the day job because I have to get rid of my like holidays or like off days. So well, and now I'm sitting here. I've been listening to a lot of vinyl recently today because I went on a kind of shopping spree yesterday and bought like a big stack of vinyl, some of which you might have seen on my Twitter. So if you don't follow me there, like the Twitter link is down there, and I still, well, don't feel comfortable naming Twitter X, so it will be always Twitter for me. And also, well, I had a lot of things going on actually. There will be a new record on the Free Breaks Forward label. I'm waiting for the artwork to receive, which will also be, once again, be a photo inlay, glitch photo inlay. I sent the file off to the pressing plant yesterday, I guess, and we're planning for a release in like late January, because now with the holidays and Christmas and stuff, we don't want to go under in all the madness that is gonna happen like in the weeks before Christmas. So this is happening. Also received masters for another vinyl release that is not about to happen this quickly, but I've planned for the next year as well, and I made some decisions and stuff, so we are working on a world domination spree for sure. But now let's get into the stuff from George Mastrocosta, from the Sound and Silence label from Greece actually. So I'm gonna get out my little blade here and open this like as careful as I can. Also, I'm waiting for a phone call or like a message actually that is hopefully about to happen today, because I probably might inherit like a big box of records from someone, and that someone has like a friend in Hamburg right now, which was supposed to bring me or like to meet up with me to give me those records, but this hadn't happened yet. So still a few hours like left. Probably I'm gonna hop out of my flat in a second to like pick them up if that person is getting in touch. But now we're having like 2 new albums here from the Sound and Silence camp. Let's start with the black one, which is this is kind of sticky, this one. I don't know what this is yet, but you will have a look first at the press sheet, of course. And this is Yellow 6. Oh, a project that is well familiar because Yellow 6 has released quite a bunch of albums on the Sound and Silence label, and is a name that immediately like pops up when I think of the label anyway. The title is Sometimes It Seems Too Easy, Sometimes It's Just So Hard, which is like a nice contradiction somehow. Has been released on September 27th as a limited handmade CDR as Sound and Silence 115, so they've exceeded the 3-digit realm. like a while ago, and this is a project of John Edward, which is based in Leicestershire in the UK. Has been working in experimental ambient post-rock for like 2 decades actually, more than 2 decades actually, and has recorded this album between the end of 2023 and mid-2024. A like period in which he like made like or produced like 4 hours of new music, and this music actually on this album, sometimes it seems too easy, sometimes it's just too hard. Seems to be taken from that like new like production spree. Those tracks are described as dynamic tracks, so rhythmical and less ambient, so which is well, probably not danceable, but usually as the Sound and Silence label is more of a chill kind, might be like on the like busier end of the spectrum for them. Well, as the artist like John Edward himself tells us, there is the past year has been like full of changes for him, and that like has impacted him for sure, and that led to a bunch of new tracks and stuff. So we'll see what this is. Comes in an edition of like 200 copies in this form. So once again we got the, well, let's have a look at the artwork first. So yellow 6, this is like a lonely tree somewhere in the desert, and you can see that the wind in this or not in the desert maybe, but in some kind of like wide open land, and you can see that the wind in this area comes from a certain direction, mostly because there's only one branch to that side and all the other branches are like on the other side of the tree. So usually that is a sign of a kind of like impact from wind or like similar stuff. So here we go. We got once again the Sound and Silence flap mechanism, which I really enjoy. And this is copy. It's hard to read. Might be 036 of 200. It's like black on like very, very dark blue. So super hard to read. At the moment I cannot. And we got a CD as well, which looks like this. Really like the clean type font on here, or the typeface. And we got a track list as well, which is always in those things, in those covers. Also like kind of darkish, so I hope you can read this right. And the tracks are aiming low, finding direction. Sometimes it seems too easy. Zygomorph, whatever this is, the waters rise, but we are still afloat. The end is near to the final. So this seems like, well, those titles seem like being related to like very significant changes, because, well, finding direction is basically saying, okay, I'm lost and I don't know where to go with my life. So probably Mr. Edward had some serious depression problems, maybe. I'm just guessing here, but those titles are not that like hyper positive and chill and well, airy or whatever, but they are like more, well, subdued maybe, or solemn, or whatever you want to call this, like inward looking, and like, well, we'll see. So rhythmic tracks paired with like deeper titles, an interesting development here. And the next one is also sticky. A name I haven't read, I guess. Martha Mist Windows. Catalog number 116 on the Sound and Silence label. The press sheet once again. Also released on September 27th as a limited edition of 200 copies. But it's an announcement of the return of Martha Mist, which is a musical collective based around the core of Gavin Miller, which is probably the man behind the best artist name on the Sound and Silence label ever, because one of his projects is called Worried About Satan, or like in small caps and in one word. which is an excellent name, the best name ever, I guess, and Sophie Green, whom is an ex-member of Her Name Is Color, both out of Bradford in the UK. They've released, since 2010, they've released 3 albums, 3 EPs, 4 singles and 2 compilations. But I cannot remember if I have reviewed one on Sound and Silence, so probably that's why the name is not familiar to me, although I think I basically have not every, but the majority of Sound and Silence releases anyway. Second one for Sound and Silence, after the Eyes Like Pools album back in 2022. I don't remember the title either, so I will have to look that up. 6 minimal post-rock compositions with a total duration of almost 34 minutes. Mixing layers of haunting violence, dark guitars, ambient Ebo swells, jazzy beats. Okay, once again, like a, in air quotes, probably dancey release on the label. Hypnotizing drones, deep bass lines and electronic glitches. Inspired by kind of like jazz noir and probably David Lynch, as I can like extract from the press info right now. But also dark, intriguing energy in here will instantly sound familiar and comforting for fans of Talk, Bark Psychosis, Godspeed You Black Emperor, and of course, well, Worried About Satan. So we'll see. For that being dark, the color of the cover is pretty positive and pinkish. So Windows by Martha Mist. Here's the back with the Sound and Silence logo once again. The flat mechanism, and this is catalog number 086 of 200. As you can see here, CD looks like, well, CD looks like this, and we got a track listing as well, which is printed on darker paper, which you can read right now. So those 2 albums will be reviewed on my website Nightstyles.de, of course, within the next days or weeks, depending on my time schedule when it comes to work in the concert venue, because usually when I do double shifts, I leave my day job at 3:30, head back home, take a shower, hop into new clothes, and then hop off to the concert venue as well. So there is only half an hour for me to spend on social media and other things in between. So on those days, usually I don't write reviews anymore, but things are still popping on Nightstyle. So I received a big bunch of promos recently. So this is happening, but these might pop up in a week, 2 weeks maybe. So have a look out. Link is down there in the description box, and otherwise check my other social media stuff. Twitter, of course, BANDCAMP as well, which is up there, which will soon have the preview or pre-sale of the new Free Breaks Forward release as well, and other things to come, new radio shows. Talking radio, I will be once again on the Ems-Vechte-Welle in Sascha Müller's 90s Rave radio show on November 8th, I guess, because he liked my set I played at the Ground Zero Techno Camp so much that he split that in 2 parts, and is officially airing the live recording set I played in Meppen in August on air for the Ems-Vechte-Welle once again in his show. So I'm really excited about that, but now I'm going to go into editing mode. See you in the next one.